Hey everybody, and welcome along to the next park playthrough. So today we're jumping back into the Corkscrew Follies or Added Attractions pack, and I think what I'll be doing from now on is kind of going back and forth between Corkscrew Follies and Loopy Landscapes packs as we progress through. Mainly because I think the scenarios have a bit more variety in Loopy Landscapes, so I think it'll keep things a little bit more interesting and hopefully more engaging for you guys. So yeah, I think that's what we'll do from now on. Anyway, so the next Corkscrew Follies scenario on the agenda is Funtopia. Now I think Funtopia is a pretty appropriate name because fun is exactly what I think about when I remember back on this park. It's a pretty small space divided by the double highway in the middle, but the land overall is really flat and you're given a really large amount of rides to choose from to start with. I think you start with something like 10 roller coaster types to start with, which is pretty insane. That's it's kind of the polar opposite of Barony Bridge, where you start off with like one of each ride type to start. So yeah, that was a nice change. And Funtopia, of course, is also home to Grapevine, which is that huge steel twister coaster that is, in my opinion, probably the best pre-built coaster in the entire RCT original series. I just remember back when I first played the expansion packs, like, I don't know, 20 odd years ago now, being absolutely godsmacked when I first saw that coaster. I thought it also has an awesome colour scheme as well, and you'll probably notice throughout the playthrough here that a few of the other rides in the park kind of pay homage to that colour scheme, such as the carousel there and also the trains of the steel mini coaster. So yeah, you'll probably notice that a little bit. Of course, there's also the Boomerang Coaster, so you've got two really good money makers right from the start of the scenario. The goal is 1400 guests by the end of October Year 3, so I'm not expecting too many problems with this one. I think we can get there pretty comfortably in the end. Yeah, I think with the amount of rides you're given and the flatness of the space, it really shouldn't be too difficult. Anyway, to start off with, I set up somewhat of an elliptical pathing system with a little kind of pond centerpiece at the entrance. The first section of the park here was intended to be a family-friendly area with plenty of gentle rides, and of course I also had to put in a steel mini coaster as well. I was really happy with it. It has a pretty low intensity rating of around 3, which I thought was perfect for the area. It doesn't have a name yet, so if you've got any good suggestions for that, please let me know in the comments. I'm thinking something that relates to Grapevine might be pretty cool, but yeah, I'm happy to hear your suggestions for that one. I pretty much ignored the section of the park on the opposite side of the highway for now. I put in a few shops and stalls just to make sure people weren't getting too unhappy over there, but yeah, I'll probably end up moving them about later on. In terms of a theme, I'm not sure exactly what I'll be doing over there. I'm definitely thinking at least one more coaster, but yeah, I even pondered the idea of having a water park over there, but yeah, I'm not sure about that. They're kind of tricky to do in RCT 1. You really need Open RCT 2 to create, a more realistic water park, but we'll see how we go. I'm sure I'll think of something eventually. So yeah, I added in a few of the RCT1 style buildings around the entrance area, kind of attempting to create some sort of, I don't know, ticket booth looking building. Yeah, the spaces I left near the entrance there were kind of awkward to deal with, so yeah, there wasn't a whole lot else I could do with that space. But I did think the bright colours worked quite well with the surrounding area, so I wasn't too displeased with it. So yeah, I spent quite a bit of time decorating here and filling in lots of little spaces with ground shrubs, which I thought was kind of appropriate for the area. I added a helicopter ride, which I thought turned out really nicely. I tried to make sure that it didn't interfere too much with the other rides and make the area look too crowded. So most of it's going over the pathways. It's by no means that profitable, but I thought it fit really well into the area and didn't actually take up a whole lot of space apart from the entrance and exit, so that was pretty convenient. Yeah, threw in a spiral slide in the middle there. Again, a bit of a homage to the color scheme of Grapevine. Yeah, put in a little pond at the base because I thought it would give a cool effect of, you know, almost falling into the water as you slid down there. Yeah, so I spent probably more time than I usually do on you know, trees and ground shrubs, but I was pretty happy with how it turned out in the end. Yeah, I put in a bit of a sound barrier with the row of trees there right next to the highway because I thought that would be kind of realistic. I think that would be the case in most parks. You'd want to block off any indications of the outside world. Another RCT1 style building there. I don't know what I was really going for there, maybe a cathedral sort of thing of some kind, but yeah, I might make some changes to that in the next episode, but we'll yeah, might try and think of something better for that. You also notice that I made a few changes to the Boomerang Coaster. I reduced the height of the spikes, and I also adjusted the direction of the looping to make it a little more compact. The main idea here was to get the path going around the outside of the coaster, just to make the pathing system somewhat symmetrical with the other side of the park. So the next thing was I was going to leave this for the next part, but then I decided to fill in the remainder of this section of the park, and I put in a few more flat rides, including the circus, swinging ship, and a freefall. The circus again gave a color scheme similar to that of Grapevine. The swinging ship and freefall have a very small hint of a tropical or rocky landscape sort of theme going on. Other than that, I just really tried to fill out the area with a nice blend of basic trees and ground shrubbery. One thing I really like the look of is the little viewing area next to the first drop of Grapevine. I thought that was a nice little addition and really put an emphasis on that huge first drop and vertical loop. Lastly, I do a bit of landscaping around the support structure of the coaster. I don't know, I just decided that I would leave that area behind the coaster kind of free without any rides because I didn't think it would be too practical. So yeah, I just filled it out with some scenery and a little pond, and yeah, just kind of did a random assortment of stuff around there. But yeah, I was pretty happy with how that turned out. Anyway, that's going to be just about it for the video. Thanks very much for watching, and look forward to seeing you next time. So before I end the video, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to JoeBoma. He's a new YouTuber on the scene, and he's currently playing through the original RCT scenarios. I've really been enjoying his time-lapse playthroughs, and he has a pretty high attention to detail and a good eye for scenery, which is definitely something that I'm into. So yeah, suggest you go check out his channel, which I'll leave a link to in the description below. Anyway, that's going to be it from me. Thanks, bye.